everybody. Good day. I am Paula Carmela Y. Matos. Today, I will be reporting my task. But before we get started, do me a favor and think. How many hours did you spend consuming media today? How did you came up with? 2 hours? 3? 5? Based on the research, adults today spend upwards of 10 hours watching TV, listening to the radio, surfing the web, scrolling through your phone, or checking out awesome educational video series on YouTube. And that's 40% of your day. Now, my report will be focusing to the ability to navigate the media that is a powerful and crucial skill. Media scholars refer to this skill as media literacy. What comes to your mind when you hear the word media literacy? As a field of study, media literacy comprises and overlaps many different theories and subjects, from critical thinking and psychology to linguistics and ethics and technology. In media literacy, literacy means the ability to read, identify, understand, and interpret material. Therefore, media literacy is the ability to read, identify, understand, and interpret all the ways in which information, ideas, stories, etc. are shared between people through different forms of media. In this series, we'll be using the definition of media literacy that's used by the National Association of Media Literacy Educators, and it describes media literacy as the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. Access means what kind of content were you observing and how did you get it? Analyze means were you making sense of its messages? Evaluate means were you aware that each message was created by someone with their own goals and opinions? Create means when you create media, like a blog post or on Instagram, what is your responsibility to do those who view it? Act means, finally, what do you do with all those info you just received? Let's proceed to the important roles of media literacy. First, develop critical thinking skills. This will ensure that it will enhance the critical thinking skills of every person or have a broad idea about being media literate. Second, understand how media messages shape our culture and society. This simply means that media literacy contributes a lot in shaping our culture and society as it provides various opportunities such as promoting one's own beliefs and practices. Third, realize how you are being persuaded to think and act a certain way by media. As what I understand with this, it is a useful way or a tool that will encourage everyone to give their thoughts and feedbacks about media. Fourth, recognize bias, misinformation, and lies. This means that media literacy has the ability to select and identify bias, misinformation, and lies that is considered as a bad practice that we don't need to do. Fifth, evaluate media messages based on your own experiences, skills, beliefs, and values. This means that media literacy is a very useful way to digest every personal experiences, skills, beliefs, and values. Last, create and distribute your own media messages. It's used as a media advertising platforms, commercials, etc. Summary. Media literacy is concerned with helping students develop an informed and critical understanding of the nature of mass media, the techniques used by them, and the impact of these techniques. More specifically, it is educational that aims to increase the students' understanding and enjoyment of how the media work, how they produce meaning, how they are organized, and how they construct reality. Media literacy also aims to provide students with the ability to create media products. And that's all for my report. Thank you.
Media information literacy, along with various aspects and dimensions. There are three distinguished dimensions. First, information literacy. When you say information literacy, it is a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when an information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. And information literacy is important for today's learners. It promotes problem solving approaches and thinking skills. Second, literacy. When we say media literacy, it is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media in a variety of forms and aims to enable individuals to think critically about the media and the information they consume by engaging in a process of inquiry. The National Association of Media Literacy Education defines media literacy as the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. And the third is ICT or digital literacy. When we say ICT or digital literacy, it means having the skills you need to live, learn, and work in a society where communication and access to information is increasingly through digital technologies like internet platforms, social media, and mobile devices. In students who are building digital literacy skills understand the basic of internet safety such as creating strong passwords, understanding and using privacy settings, and knowing what to share or not on social media. And also, digital literacy is the ability to find, evaluate, utilize, share, and create content using online resources including ebooks, websites, social media, and video. And and here are some of the aspects of media information literacy. First, media and information literacy consists of knowledge, the attitudes, and the sum of the skills they needed to know when and what information is needed, where and how to obtain that information, how to evaluate it critically and organize it once it is found, and how to use it in an ethical way. And here are the advantages of media information literacy. Literacy promotes students' areas, approaches, and thinking skills. And secondly, media literacy helps students become wiser consumers of media as well as responsible producers of their own media, and meets the need of students to be wise consumer of media, engages students, gives students and teachers alike a common approach to critical thinking, provides an opportunity for integrating all subject areas, helps meet the state standards, increases the ability and proficiency of students, media literacy, inquiry process, transforms teaching by focusing on process skills rather than content knowledge, and not only benefits individual students but also the society.
Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing about media literacy. How media literacy integrated in the curriculum and the life lessons that we can get in media tools. Media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media in variety of forms. It has become increasingly complex over recent years. With such a high volume of information now at our fingertips, thanks to smartphones and search engines, today students will need to become more efficient at filtering what they see and hear. In other words, it is more important now than ever before to teach media literacy. How media literacy integrated in the curriculum? First, we have to recognize fake news. We should teach students to read past the headline, check the date and author credentials, gauge the tone and language, and identify biases. Always have them do a quick search for at least one other source that states the same thing. So, we should teach our students that to get a efficient news or information so that we can prevent having or getting some fake news. We should do some search on other resources of the same topic or information that we are going to get. Next, we have using multiple sources. When trying to spot fake news, the first thing a student should do is check other sources for the same story, since different sources report different details in varying levels of depth. Students will gain a fuller, more accurate perspective on an issue when they read, listen, or view more widely. So with the use of multiple sources, we can assure that the news or information that we're getting is accurate, and we can access also details in the information that we are getting from other resources that is accurate, and we can get some more information and gain more of the knowledge from the information from other resources. Number 3 is understanding images and the brain. Visual media has an especially large impact on consumers. It has a huge part of the brain devoted to visual processing called the visual cortex that affects our attention, motivation, and even our emotions. Have students create powerful but misleading messages on poster and mismatched images and text. See how many students believe the text or visual product and discuss similar examples they may have seen online, TV, or around them. So students must understand the images and what does it all about to avoid mistakes in recognizing the visuals. Students need to understand how powerful images in media. So we should teach our students the different images, the different styles of the images. So we should let our students make some of these images and let them differentiate the images, what they see in the media or in the online or the TV or in the flyers around them. Developing multimedia skills. One important part of being media savvy in the 21st century is knowing how to use different types of tools, both separately and together. We now have text, audio, video, augmented reality, and 3D printing. We have social media and interactive media. We have books, newspapers, film, and TV. We have blogs and vlogs. Today, students need to be well versed in all of this in order to navigate the world ahead. So, In today's 21st century, we have so many developed media technologies that we can use, and we should tell or teach the students how to use this and give them some multimedia skills, or teach them the multimedia skills so that they can acquire or apply these skills in today's world, because we need to prepare the students for types of media that don't exist yet. This means that we should be helping them become as comfortable as possible with the kinds of media that is currently existing, since the future technology will be built off of them. Next is becoming responsible creators. It's never been easier to create and spread a message and to such a wide audience. Teach students to be responsible creators of media. Not all of them will go into the media per se, but they will design and distribute information, many of them daily, for the rest of their lives. So, we should teach students to become responsible in creating their informations that they will be spreading in social media or any other media platforms. They should be liable to their certain actions in media, because there are a lot of differences in mentality in the world, so that we can avoid misinterpretations of information. Okay, now we will be talking about the life lessons that we can get in media tools. Social media can be a powerful tool in engaging students and honoring youth culture. It also can be a powerful teaching tool. So here are 3 essential lessons that social media can help us teach our students. First, we have how to collaborate with peers. Social media has taken this essential concept of individual productivity through a collective effort and put it on steroids. But instead of forcing kids into a Facebook group for
the continuation of our report, what is analyze? In media literacy, analyzing media content is the process of asking questions about a piece of media in order to identify authorship, credibility, purpose, technique, context, and economics. In analyzing media literacy, there are 4 components that might be presented as: first, access, analysis, evaluation, and creation. Access means to access works effectively through an active and social process, not one of act or facility. Second is the analysis. It means that people's involvement in print and other audiovisual channels are based on a range of analytic competences. Third is the evaluation. It is to work well. Access and analysis require evaluation of the use of media devices. And the fourth, creation. It means that people reach a full understanding. Media education is seen here not as a form of protection but as a form of preparation. Velasquez, 1989. In broad terms, it aims to develop young people's understanding of and participation in the media culture that surrounds them. Generally, the purpose of media literacy aims to enable individuals to think critically about the media and information they consume by engaging in a focus of inquiry. Their general purposes are: it enabled us to think critically about media and information. All we need to do is to sharpen or critical thinking skills and to analyze it well. Literacy skills help students gain knowledge through reading and writing, as well as using or develop in media and technology. It means that existing media or a new media can be our resources in active learning strategies. We catch all terms used for various kinds of communications that are conceivable due to innovation in computer technologies. Existing media resources can also be used to engage students and facilitate active learning strategies which promote deeper learning. It is clear that we can gain knowledge through reading, writing, listening, or speaking. Through these skills, we can easily express to learn. Media help learners understand the reality and create new knowledge. Media make learners educated and critical thinkers, which provide them more opportunities to be good users of English in communicative situations. And based on the findings, I recommend that teachers use media literacy in education to integrate language instructions with cultural settings. Using media literacy in education enhances students' learning and strengthens teachers' methods of teaching. In this, Vin Buckingham 2003 emphasizes that if media education is to help bridge the widening gap between the school and the world of children's out-of-school experience, it must surely begin with the knowledge children already possess. Buckingham places value on the experience that children gain as participants in their surrounding culture. This ideology positions the students as knowledgeable not just as a vessel that needs to be filled with information. This idea alone could revolutionize the field of education. It means giving value to children's knowledge may help them to own their experiences and opinions.